Here's my vlog for like Tuesday. It feels like it's Saturday. But because I'm like lazy. I just huffed reefer because last night I was working on my bikes and somebody gave me this like homegrown, and then but that from the mountains, but that used up yesterday, and then last night I was working on my house cleaning up, and I was like, wanted reefer, so I chopped I think it was two branches off of my bigger of my undeveloped plants. So now it only has one branch left. But I'm not going to kill the plant. I'm going to leave the stalk because on this other plant, in fact, I'll show you. I chopped the whole plant off, and it was probably maybe even a little bit premature. This was like 6 months ago. God damn it, I've been trying to get in shape for that long. But I was too lazy to yank the stem out and throw it away, right? I was like, whatever. Well, fucking regrows buds, dude. It's like the giving tree. Here, I'll show you, man. So yeah, when you harvest weed, you don't kill the plant. You just take the buds off. Plant grows more buds. Just like the apple tree. Pretty badass. Here, let me get my glasses on so I don't burn out my eyes. Okay. So check this out. This is ball sag to the scratch. So, yeah. So this bitch ass bastard. Oh, wait, did I unzoom it? I got to unzoom it just a sec. Okay, so check this out, dude. So that their stalk was just a stalk, dude. It was just a stalk. And then I chopped the stalk off and it grows. These are gonna be legit freaking buds, dude. I'm just gonna let them hang there and they're gonna get thick as dick. And look, it grows another one down there. And it was just a stalk. So this is the plant that I totally, and I think I chopped the top of it off too. But this is the plant that I totally harvested way too early. This one too. These two I'm harvesting too fucking early. I chopped the top off of that and that. But it still has a couple of little unformed buds down here that I could smoke. This is what I smoked yesterday from this plant. These types of buds. These little unformed ones. Because I'm an idiot. That's how I roll. So, and then here's all my other little females. I cut a couple of males off yesterday. Here's a little baby. I just throw seeds in there. That's how I grow them. I find the seeds, whatever, and you just throw them, cover them up a little bit, and then these suckers grow. But yeah, so that's what happens, man. You get extra buds. So it's good, dude. I'm gonna experiment with that. Anyways, let's. Oh, let me show you really quick. This is my my trail bike, and everything works on it. I just wanted to clean the rotors and the brake pads, and I don't know how to get these. I have to figure out how to get these brake pads back in. The thing came untwanged. So I don't want to do that today, but here's the setup. I can put an extra tube pump there, extra tube in here, and tools. I have a giant goo of the big order in here, and this is all fixed where it could withstand the nuclear blast, the direct nuclear blast. Because look, this is this is stuff I all got at the thrift shop. This is screwed in, bolted in. Right, and then this one has a super fortified strap that goes like that, and that's zip tied in with a thick zippy and tied in here. So neither of these suckers are going anywhere or moving anywhere. Yeah. Ow. So That's my trail bike, pretty badass. And that's the jumping bike. Maybe I'll take it out today if I have time, but I kind of want to clean up today. Yeah. Oh, and this bag is really cool because this is the bike I have on the gravel bike. There's my graph. I have a cool bag up there. And I haven't actually checked yet how many goos I could put in there. I want to do that today. Or maybe I did. Let's see. Oh, there are goos. Okay. I think you can put 2 goos in there. I think. I forgot how many, but 2 goos. And you can do 2 goos in there. 4 goos, dude. 4 goos. And then 2 of those waters. And then you do 90 ounces in a Camelback. And so this is... where's my Camelback? So you can just 1 extra goo on that one. But where's my Camelback? I had a Camelback that you can put 90 in, and it also holds a goo, 1 big goo. So with the trail bike, I can hold 2 goos so far. And then if I switch to not have the tube in there, maybe I could stick a goo and I could have 3 goos, or I could carry a goo. Yeah, I don't know. Put it in my jersey. But 90. Anyways, so that's cool. I have like enduro thing going on. For all of it. And I have a good enduro setup with bags and stuff for the time trial bike too, which I'll show. But anyway, I wanted to do the jump course today, but it seems cold. I got up this morning and I looked at my phone and it was dead. I put it on the charger. It's the second time, and I didn't put it on like right in the middle. If you don't put it on right in the middle, yeah, then it freaking doesn't do its dealio. So anyway, yeah, yesterday I got up and at like 10 or whatever, and went into Boulder Sports Recycler, drove down there, which is like out of town. It's like on the other side of the valley. With Arapahoe and like 70th or something, and on the other side of the Tech Institute. But it's really big, and I was looking at like cool stuff. I got a couple of 29-inch mountain bike tubes, but I got the Schrader again. I fell for that one for the second time in like 3 days. Where you go into the store because you need 29-inch tubes, but you get the Schrader instead of the Presta, which don't fit in. And then my pump can't pump really Presta that well anyway. I mean Schrader. But I went in there to get pads because I wanted to see if I could set myself up. Well, no, I wanted wrist pads. I wanted to know if there were wristies for bicycling, because like a year or 2 ago, and I can't even remember exactly how long ago it was, but yeah, I think I was drinking and it was night. I was stoned and drinking, and it was like 11:30 at night, and I went to ride my bike to the liquor store to get alcohol. I think like more alcohol. Sometimes I do that. I get alcohol and I'm like, oh, this is fun. I want more though, and I go to the store again because I only get like $3 or $4 at a time. And anyway, I forgot that on the corner of the road, there's a curb. Like, you go up on the north and the western side, but eastern side, but if you hit it at the middle, you're gonna go right into the curb. And yeah, I just went right in the curb without seeing it, like full speed, and on a road bike. Yeah, and so I just launched over the freaking handlebars, and at one point, like, I remember I was like basically flying through the air like Superman. Like my arms were outstretched, and I was like 4 feet above the ground. I'm like, well, fuck. And instead of doing like a roll, I came down. This is how you break your fucking neck. I think this is how like Bruce Reeves died, and I need to. After that happened, I was like, dude, that's not how you crash. What the fuck? So I need to do it. You need to do the roll. But like I flew through the air like Superman, and then I came down like this, and I tried to just hit perfectly straight and just catch myself. But like I was like, I'm like 50 years old, 190 pounds, 185 pounds or whatever. Totally out of shape, no strength. So like, yeah, and I didn't have gloves on. So my hands hit the ground, and then I didn't have the strength to absorb the shock. So my fucking ribs, dude, hit the ground hard. And I don't even think I had a helmet on. Yeah. And my ribs were like in so much pain, it hurt to breathe. I like bruised a bunch of ribs. But I also hurt my wrist. I like sprained my wrist. And it didn't even seem like I hit that hard at the time because I wasn't that strong. Most of the brunt was absorbed by my freaking ribs, but it still was enough force to totally sprain my wrist. And it even feels like my wrist is still sprained, like it doesn't completely heal. And I don't need to start getting like injuries, because those don't go away, especially if you're old. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't like the idea of getting in a wreck at the bike park or whatever and fucking doing the thing only a lot harder and just straight up whack my wrist. So yeah, I went in there, but they didn't have it. But I did get a couple of other things. I got I think I got a pump, even though I didn't need it. I have pumps scattered all the house. See, I need to clean my house and look and organize my house today, dude. I was super desperate to hit the jump park today, but I don't think I want to, dude. It's too cold. It's like almost too cold to go out on the deck and organize the deck, but I'm gonna get suited up, get all dressed and do it. I think I need to organize because, like, yeah, I came back and it just took me forever and I didn't even finish. So yeah, they didn't have it, but I got yeah, I looked at tires or whatever. I got something else, but I can't remember. It was like $20 that I spent. Whatever. My memory's shot. But the thing that I did first yesterday was my psyche eval. God, why the hell did I finish that? I forget that. Yeah. That started at 9. So I was up until 2 in the morning, like trying to organize and clean and work on the bikes. And then I think I got to sleep pretty quickly though. But yeah, I went there at 9 and like I thought I was just gonna, for some reason, because I had one already before and they did tests, but I went there and I thought he was just gonna talk to me for like an hour or whatever, and then or something, and then like that was it. But no, I had to do the test. It was like hours. So I went in there at 9 and I wasn't out of there until like 2:30 or 3 or something like that. And I even had a breakfast. He's like, yeah, it's free breakfast because I got DVR to pay for it. The Department of Vocational Rehab, because nobody'd hire me last year for 2 months, or this year. I got offered a job last week teaching care of old people, but I can't do that because I'm starting to realize how fucked I am, and I'll talk physically, and I'll get to that later. But I got a psych eval in 2015. But the lady said that Medicaid took care of, but the lady said she couldn't decide if I had Asperger's or persecuted personality disorder, and I looked it up, and it doesn't exist. So that's what I told him. I'm like, yeah, my mom thinks I have Asperger's. He's like, it's called autism, but didn't you already get diagnosed? And I'm like, but she said she couldn't decide. So, and if I can get like the diagnosis, I could maybe use it to get camaraderie with the autism foundations for my website, because my website is without a doubt the only website useful for autistic people. It's designed for autistic people, like I'm gonna get fucking pissed and start ranting and raging and raving on YouTube if people keep going on about trying to show how smart they are. Like the Rain Man, the original Rain Man, the guy who they made Rain Man off of. I can't remember his name. Kim Peek. So his claim to fame was that he could match the day of the week with any calendar day. Well, if you can do that, like, isn't there an autistic person out there who could recite world history for fuck's sake? Because there's people out here who are like, yeah, I remember every day of my life. Nobody gives a fuck about the every day of your life. Like, why does your brain only work with stupid shit? It's an awesome little magic trick, but do it on something useful for one time. How about history? Anybody? Bueller. And then you could maybe get that person as the president, you know? Once you teach regular, not the like people who can't communicate, like Kim Peek and Rain Man, but like normal people, and then they can get the superpower of history. Yeah, so it's a way to bring the autistics and the regulars together. But so anyway, yeah. So then they took me in, and like most of the tests were like ridiculously easy, but I wasn't able to complete the creating the design with the blocks in time, dude. I was supposed to make these 2 stripes that go down, and like it didn't work the first time, and then I was like, it took too long. So, but like I'm kind of like, I was like trying to explain to the dude, like I'm kind of like mentally compromised, because like my physical body is such a disaster that it spread to my brain, and like my short-term memory is so gone that like once a week or something, and sometimes more frequently than that, I'll get up in the morning and like put like microwave food, try to microwave something really simple in the microwave, and there'll be food in there already because I couldn't remember to get it out of the microwave the night before. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I opened up the microwave now and found a big bowl of vegetables in there. And it drives me crazy because it's fucking such a waste of money. And it proves that I didn't eat, and that like it explains why I like wake up hungry, because I forgot to eat. And anyway, but I managed to make the second one of the hard ones. I couldn't remember like the designs. You're supposed to I guess they're testing photographic memory. I could not fucking remember the designs, dude. There's this one design that went like now I remember it like the back of my head, dude. It's too late now. Like, it has squiggly, goes down, does like this, makes a rectangle, and then makes a triangle, and then does another squiggly. And I could not remember there were a rectangle and triangle in the middle. I was like, squiggly. Yeah, that kind of thing. But but they have the memory test in 2 different ways. They ask you to remember it, and then they show you and they show you multiple choice and which one was the one you remember. And those are the ones that I did better on. But and then it was word pronunciation. She asked me how. I hope I'm not giving away their trade secrets, and they get mad at me if they see the video. She asked me how long it was for light to get from the sun to the earth. 8 minutes. I knew that one. How far around the earth? I said 20,000 miles, but it's actually 25, so I pretty much knew that one. And it's actually 8 minutes and 20 seconds. But and history questions. I didn't know who Tecumseh was. Yeah, it was like an Indian. I don't know. I need to look it up. But and then they tell stories, and you're supposed to remember the details. So I should have, if I wanted to get that type of a psyche eval. Dude, if you ever go in for an autism psyche eval, if you're like, I want to be officially autistic, because a lot of people like to brag that they're autistic. Well, dude, word to the wise, before you go in there and do it, number one, you should train memory tests first. If you want to do well. Train like IQ tests on YouTube for a couple of days beforehand, but especially memory tests. Train practicing complex designs, looking at a complex design for 10 seconds, and then having to draw it from memory, and then choosing a lot of different complex designs and choose which one was the one that they showed you. short-term memory type of stuff. So make sure that you have weed out of your system for at least a month, and that you're physically fit and everything. Because any short-term memory deficiency are gonna severely knock down your performance. But anyways, oh, and then she asked me to describe what a bunch of words meant. So I guess they don't. That's not so much like a just intelligence test. It's how you compare verbally with like photographic memory and stuff and like facts. But I bet you like knowing how long it takes light to get from the sun to the earth and then how big the earth around is a question that was like a giveaway if you're autistic. Like if you're autistic, you would definitely know at least those two. But anyway, so yeah, then I came back here and when I left, I couldn't remember what I was supposed to do because I forgot to grab my list of stuff to get, and I couldn't, and like my brain was like gone. Maybe it was because I was tired from doing the brain test all day. But I had a half-hour break and I got a free Subway. Dude, it was like the worst Subway I ever had though. Like my God, it was just bread with like a couple of like leaves, pieces of lettuce in. Anyway, DoorDash, but some of those are really good, dude. Some of them make them really thick. But yeah, so I came home to get my list, and I was like, "Oh, right, the list." And so that's when I went into the secondhand store, and then, but they didn't have the wrist guard, and I can't remember what else I got, but I got $20 worth of stuff. So then, the Boulder Community Bikes had gear, but they're closed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so I couldn't go there. So I drove to and this was yesterday, Monday during the day, like in the afternoon. I drove to South Boulder, Table Mesa, because there was a Play It Again Sports to see what they had. And I hadn't even walked in there before. I didn't even know what the hell it looked like inside, so I wanted to check it out. And I took a left at Baseline and Broadway, and holy fucking shit, is that a nightmare to take a left on. I saw the lady behind me was like freaking out that it was taking too long. And like when I took my left, I like pretty much ran the red light. And she fucking went with me. She wasn't having any of it. But like yeah, I went in to Play It Again. I looked at all of these like oh no, I remember what I I remember what I got at Boulder Sports Recycler. I got knee pads, and I could have chosen between knee pads or these really fancy like knee and shin pads. But the problem with the knee and shin pads is like you pedal. So every time you move your leg, you got to move the freaking knee and shin pad. Like that's a little bit too much. Like, and if you crash and whack your shin really, really hard on your bike, your shin's not going to break, dude. That's like a strong bone. It's just going to hurt really bad and bleed a lot. I've actually done it already. Like, I don't even want to talk about the wreck, but because it was a really stupid wreck. But I got a wreck, and I whacked this so hard I need a bunch of stitches. And it bled like crazy, and you're not going to have such a big like accident that you're going to break your leg. So that's I don't think it's necessary. So I got some really good like knee pads, and then but I wanted the wristies. So that's when I drove to Play It Again, which took forever to get there because there was traffic up the wazoo. But yeah, there was a section of all the pads didn't have them, and then I asked a kid, and he showed me like this other section of like rollerblade. I guess the rollerblade pads were in a different spot. And I tried one, and it was like, you know, it was these rollerblade pads. They've even had them. The plastic goes around your whole palm, and it's like you couldn't hold on to the bar. But then I saw these other like ones, and I was able to hold on to the bar, and I was like, oh my God, I think I found them. So yeah, I found some like wrist guards. They don't protect my wrist from bending back, but they protect like the impact, because it's plastic that's actually covering my wrist. So, yeah, and so like, and then I gone down over to McGuckins to get a caliper. No, well, I thought REI had them, so I went to REI and they're like, "Oh, you go to McGuckins." So I had to go back to McGuckins, and I got the caliper that you measure the brake pads and the brake rotor with. I thought I already got one of those, but I looked around and I didn't. But the first time I went to McGuckins, I got I went in there and got oh man, something that I needed. Another thing that I can't remember. But so yeah, so then I got my things that I needed. Oh yeah, sandpaper. 120 and 240 sandpaper to clean my rotors. So I'm gonna clean all of my rotors as good as I can. I mean all of my brake pads and then all the rotors with isopropyl alcohol that I got at the store the other day. I got an energy drink when I did it. And yeah, see how the brakes work. But the brakes work great pretty much on my trail bike. The rear brakes don't work that good, so I'm going to see if I can clean them. The brakes work good enough on the enduro bike, and that's pre-cleaning them. So I have the Avid BB5 front brake and the BB7 rear brake with just regular burly levers for my enduro bike, and the trail bike has Shimano. I don't even know what the hell kind of brake, but it looks super burly rear brake, and yeah, the BB5 on the front, and just cable brakes, and I have hydraulic brakes, Shimano brakes for my road bike and my gravel bike, and I have to fix the gravel bike. But oh yeah, I got a syringe too, also at McGuckins, because I'm gonna try to do the oil, and I don't know what happened, so maybe I need to buy a new tube, and maybe I should have bought a new tube, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I can go get it later. Full Cycle is like 2 blocks away from here. Yeah, like literally 2 blocks away. Like there's this block at the bottom of the block. You hit the light of this block, because that block's divided into 2. But this block here, you go down. There's one light, because there's that block. But then you get to the bottom of this block, the light, which is Belmont, and then you go down to the next light. Yeah, and right after that light, that's where it is. But Whole Foods and then, but yeah, so I so I came back here, and I was tired by then, and I was like, man, I don't think I want to, like, and I was way disorganized, so I was like, oh man, I don't think I should like clean these things. Let's just clean the house first. So I proceeded to try to clean the house, and I realized, oh my god, dude, like my house got so fucked just from buying all this stuff. Oh, and I put on my first, I'm trying to put the bikes together, but I put on my protection suit. So I'm like Iron Man. So I went into Boulder Sports Recycle the other day, a couple days ago, and I got this suit, dude. Maybe I can show the photo of it. Because it's also kind of like a confidence thing. I only went to the jump park one time on my enduro bike, and I forgot to lower the seat. That was one problem. I couldn't get any power because the chain was skipping, and then the front brake was rubbing real bad, so I couldn't get any momentum. Plus, it was my first time, and the handlebars were adjusted way wrong, way forward, and it was crooked. So that's why I was kind of having trouble. But I got kind of baked this morning. There was like reefer, and from the thing that it was drying all night long, so it was bone dry, and like smoked it, and it got me high. I'm kind of baked right now. But yeah, so here's my super suit. So dig this, dude. I look like a motocross. So I got that sucker over at Play It Again or whatever. No, at Boulder Community Bikes. So it protects the elbows, the shoulders here, And it pokes out too, protects the shoulder. It's got my chest and the elbows and the forearm and the back. And look, it straps around here. But the back, oh, come on. But the back, dude, here, let's see if the back got it. That's the back. That back one is so thick, dude. It's like 3 centimeters. It's like an inch thick. It's insane. And so, and then of course you can see that I had the helmet, right? So, so yeah, that in conjunction with the knee pads. I'm gonna charge this, and the helmet, and the wrist pads, you know. And then there's this jump, which I only discovered the other day. I don't think I have a picture of it. I might have a photo of it because it was where I was riding my recliner. I went to the bike park with I got a recliner for $150 at Boulder Community Bikes the other day. And yeah, here, I'll show you. This is Ballsack Scratch. Frumpty dump, 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 dump. Frumpty dumpty dump, frumpty dump. It's got rear shocks, dude. So you can nut bust throughout the entire thing and like be cushy and like bouncy wounce. Isn't that Ballsack? Huh.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, man. And let's see, what else? Check it. Is that the next one? There's me. Do 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 do. It has two handle. It has two water bottle cages on the front. You kind of didn't see that all that good, but here's me. You can see I have no muscle in my shoulders. Fucking embarrassing as dick. But that's the jump I'm talking about. Here, I'll show you. La 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 la. I tried to launch a drop off over here, and then I was like, wait, I shouldn't do that. I might break the fucking bike and bottom out. That'd be kind of funny to be like get airtime on a recliner. But dig this, dude. In the background. Can you zoom in? Check it out. You can zoom in video. This got like accidentally filmed. So this is what I'm gonna practice on. See, that's like a vertical goddamn motherfucker. So it's like, Jesus, dude. Okay. So you just go into it and you just keep your body perpendicular and lower the seat. That was my big problem. But the thing is, this thing is like plastic with cushion on the bottom. So that combined with my Iron Man suit, I can get air time, crash, and be all right. And keep going and you can get big air on that, dude, because on the other side it goes down like all the way. That's the berm that you turn. It goes almost all the way down to the berm, dude. So it goes way up and you get huge air, like as big as the biggest airs. So by the time you go to the big airs, then you are there I am, then you are then you've already done stuff that big. Here, I'll show another video. Oh, it's not here. Oh, it's in my chats. It's in my text. My mom, check it. Check this out. I'm going down the stairs. That where those kids are going up? That's where the launch is for that ramp I was just showing.
You did it.
And I did a badass power slide, but she turned it off before, or whatever. So yeah, power slide, recliners, jump recliners. I was doing the pump track, the other pump track with it. Like, I don't look at it like a recliner. I was looking at it like a chopper. That's what I was telling my mom. I'm like, riding this thing is like riding a chopper. Like, you know the chopper motorbikes from the 70s and 60s, those stupid ass bikes that have the thing that goes way out like that and the hand way up. Yeah, it's like the most impractical bike, but it's the kind of bike you would ride if you wanted to ride reclining. Anyway, no, it's fun to ride though. And they actually like thanked me when they sold it. They said they had it a whole month. I'm like, geez, why would nobody want to buy a $150 recliner? Anyway, oh, that's the thing. That's the suit that I was describing before. Jesus Christ, I was like trying to feel like I had to show it in video. It was literally right here. There's the back. And then I think I got that for 16 bucks. I'm getting into cycling at the perfect fucking time, dude. Like, it's when everything's like practically free. I got my in my trail bike frame for 75 bucks over at the store. But and I couldn't really tell the difference, dude, between the new multi-thousand bikes, you know, $1,000 bikes, and like this trail bike. When I was riding it, I was like, oh my god. In fact, I had flashbacks to the 24 hours of Moab. It was like that, because the only other time I'd ever ridden a 29-inch bike, and it felt just like that, I think I was riding a trail bike. Like, or at least, I don't know if this is in 2010, so I don't even know if it was by the time they distinguished, but yeah, it wasn't no like cross-country bike. It was like cushy suspension and stuff. And yeah, it was like same position, the big wheels, you know, it was like riding a road bike or something, a big cruiser, like riding a cruiser instead of mountain biking. And it totally changes the experience of mountain biking. You know, it's like before it was like BMX where you're moving around everything, but now you kind of just roll over it. And but it's way faster on the 24 hours of Moab course, on at least the year that I did it, with all the rocks, on a 29-inch bike than a 26-inch bike. Like, I would have been slaughtered on a 26-inch bike. The only reason I was able to do it, yeah, was because I had a 29-inch bike, because I had the worst asthma attack ever. Plus my knees went out, but like my asthma, anyway. Yeah, I need to have a second go. So I'm sorry. There's just one course I want to do that I Googled Earthed, and so I need to recon it. If I had a motorbike, that would be cool to recon it that way, but well, you can do it with a car and your mountain bike. Yeah, so where you ride up, and I looked at trails, and I just need to make sure it's all open to the public. But yeah, dirt roads that go way up in the mountains, and then you go around, and it's like 250 miles or something, or 300-mile course. It'd be cool to do it in a couple of days. I don't know, maybe you could do it in one ride, but yeah, it's the ultimate freaking course. I was like, oh my god. So I have the bike for it. It's amazing. But yeah, so I was up last night trying to clean and organize, and like realizing how like messy everything was. And so yeah, it'll probably get warmer today. I don't know. I actually don't know if it will. So I'm going to just I just had that reefer. It started to wear off already, but yeah, I'm gonna go and just organize. If I wanted to get high, like if I was like getting frustrated with just like organizing, I could chop another branch off of that plant. But the problem is it's way easier to smoke it when it's been drying all night long. But anyway, yeah, just organize and clean and get everything ready to clean my disc brakes, take them out, clean them, and on the bikes. But yeah, after I organize and clean, I'm going to, then the priority is going to be go to the bike park. And I'm thinking I might even like first go straight over to that launch, that like wooden thing. Because if I can nail those wooden ones and get comfortable, then I can go over to the other one and hit those, and yeah, do all the other ones. But we'll see. Yep, so that's what I'm up to. Oh my god. Just listen to music. I'm not listening to any audiobooks or news or anything right now. News is too depressing. Audiobooks, I'm not. I'm in too much of like limbo right now. Yeah, and I'm smoking weed too. So far, still doing that. So I'm just gonna listen to music today. Look at us, and I need to fill out my DVR thing. I never did that for the education, so I'm not gonna do that today. That's actually lower on the priority list than going to the bike park one more time with the jump bike. But yeah, every time I go to the jump park, I ride the bike. I'm gonna make sure that the rear shock is pumped up. Oh, and I need to research also. I still haven't gotten around to that. Or watch the like how much weight that particular one takes, how pressure with the pump. Yeah. Or and I haven't watched the tour, the tutorial on how to redo your hydraulic brakes from the top. I only did the one from the syringe from the bottom, but I guess top is easier. Anyways, that's my vlog for today. Didn't do it yesterday. I almost did last night. It was really late, but I was so tired. Oh yeah, and I'm realizing I'm like falling apart. Like I don't want a job, can't get a job. Thank God for the HELOC loan because, like I'm like getting aging out fast. Like going to the gym and trying to work out, like that didn't bring me back. Like I need to get in shape and work out all the time because when I get up, I'm like having trouble walking, balancing. My shoulder was hurting all the time, and so then I was stretching it all the time, stretching it really good, but then that seems to like not make it stronger. Like I pick stuff up like this and it like hurts to pick it up, and I'm like, oh my God, like what did I do with this sitting around? It was like the equivalent of like being in a coma for 20 years where you're just laying here. It's like how much exercise I got. So, and then you learn to conserve energy. So then you walk like that, and it's like, oh my God, oh my God. So yeah, yeah, so I'm gonna organize. I want to get in the habit of lifting weights, the dumbbell exercise, squat overhead press. But that's gonna maybe I can do that after when I come back from my rides at the end of them. At the end after the jump park rides and before the endurance rides. Yeah. Anyways, talk to you tomorrow.